Ivan, can you tell me what is the mission? Why are you doing this? I mean, it's a very special life, and what is your driving force to do all this, to teach?
Well, the tradition in the first place told us about the Aini, the reciprocity. So this is always the core of the things anybody can do. But the tradition talks about the new time, and what is called for us the Daripai Pacha, a new era that we are entering now, that we are in now. And Daripai Pacha means the time of the human understanding. And we learn that from our masters, and we learn skills to develop training, to develop the fourth level, which is exactly what understanding, how understanding can be built. Then we use the tradition originally at the beginning as a personal and a private thing. We received teachings, but we never thought our mission was going to be to teach. But life showed us a different possibility. During our practices, somebody get to know that we have knowledge about that, and that's how some seekers start to arrive, to ask for what we have. And that's how we start our line. Some people who was looking for this kind of things in Peru, knowing that the Incas have this kind of teachings, start to ask for sharing first, and then for teachings, and then finally for initiations in this way. And that's how, without really planning, we start to teach. And one thing leads to the next. Very quickly we have some people going to Peru regularly to learn from us, and then we were soon invited to visit other countries, other places. And that's how we have been teaching abroad and in Peru for the last 20 years, when we start to share really after our training. But the core is how, when you have the skills, when you learn and train yourself in the ways of the fourth level, and when you know that the new times, the new ways that are needed in the world now are about human understanding, which is the quality of the fourth level, then it gives another sense to teach. And of course this gives another meaning to everything we have been doing now. And that's how we teach, and we travel, and we share, because it's good for our eye. Very soon we discover how, of course, when we start to teach, the only thing we knew very well was the Andean tradition and the things we receive from our masters. But soon, and as soon as we start to teach, we start to learn some other things. So usually from our students, from our friends, we learn some other things. And through these last 20 years we have learned many, many things. But it is all because of the Aini. In non-formal conversations, sometimes through a ritual, sometimes through just sharing, giving or receiving books and information, we have learned many other things. And every time you learn a new thing, this helps you to improve your skills in the fourth level, because you are more open to appreciate the values, to appreciate the ways in different traditions. So for us, the teachings have been a big idea, a big process of reciprocity in our own lives. We are the example of how a life with Aini can be. We start in Cusco, a city in Peru, a small city in Peru, and then we start to share. And our Aini of sharing has been that we have seen many places, that we have learned many things. But when you start to see the world in terms of Aini, you are open to receive, and you can learn how to give. And this is what moves us today. We, for years now, we dedicate all our time to teaching. We left every other occupation to just dedicate our time to teach, and then we travel. We spend a lot of time abroad, not at home. It is maybe the biggest price, but the interesting thing and the important thing for us is that the INE shows you the right measure for everything, and how much you can give, and how much you can receive, and how much time you can spend teaching or learning, and this keeps you to a good process in harmony, and this process definitely enrich our life and our ways.
Thank you very much.